y'all. Today is a beautiful sunny day at Road America in Wisconsin for the Midwest Automotive Media Association Spring Rally. Yeah, it is neither sunny nor warm. At any rate, we're going to have a lot of fun at the off-road course. And in this video, what I would like to do is a comparison between the Nissan Frontier PRO-4X and the Chevy Colorado ZR2. There's a $10,000 price difference. So as you are watching this video, check it out. And is it worth it? Would you pay $10,000 more for the Chevy Colorado ZR2? That's the question you need to answer. Comment below. All right, my name is Jill Ciminillo with Pickup Truck Plus SUV Talk. Let's go get a little dirty. All right, so the first vehicle we are going to take out today on the super muddy course that was designed by the Jeep Jamboree guys is going to be the Nissan Frontier PRO-4X. And yeah, I'm going to have to do a little bit of a three-point turn here because this is a tight turn. Woo! Yes. Okay, got it. We are in 4 low, and which automatically puts it in like an off-road mode. And essentially, I have cameras for the front that give me a really good idea of what is going on. But you know, the next thing I want to do is I like to put my mirrors back towards my rear tire. So we're going to do that. That is adjusted. All right. Wow, this is a slog today. I don't know that I've ever been back here when it's this messy. And I have to say, these cameras on the Nissan are not that great. They're a little bit fuzzy. And I mean, they give you an idea of where your tires are going, but they're a little bit fuzzy. And it shows your front and then your right rear tire. So yeah, still like my mirrors pointed at my rear tires better. And I mean, one thing I will say about this Nissan Frontier is I did not think that I could get this seat high enough for me. So you'll notice I'm literally just kind of sitting up in the seat. I don't feel like I'm sitting tall enough. Whew, big rock, we've got to go over here. I don't feel like I'm sitting up tall enough to be able to see over the front end really well. Okay, and I really jacked up this heat when I got in. 90 is maybe a little too high. But hey, warmed up the cabin really well for me. I mean, one of the things that you have to be careful of in mud is there is no controlling the slippage sometimes. And so, you know, slow is better as you try not to get yourself in a situation that you can't get out of. Ooh, big rock. Nope. The mud just keeps pushing me at this rock. All right, I think I got that. All right, I'm going to say something that's probably going to be very unpopular for the people who like to drive on a racetrack, but I think driving off-road requires more skill. Yep, throwing that down. And more precision. I'm going to take the Chevy Colorado ZR2 out next, and it's behind me, and it had to do a little bit of a three-point turn back there. So I don't know if that was because of the driver or because of the vehicle. So TBD. The Frontier made it which is surprising to me because I don't think the turn radius on the Frontier is all that good. All right, we are nearing the end of the course in the Nissan Frontier, and I mean, I think this did all right. It's really slippy, but it's a pretty icky, muddy day out. So, whee! Let's see how the ZR2 does. All right, before we hop into the Colorado ZR2, I just want to do a quick walk around of the Pro-4X so you can see what we were driving. So you've got these beefy tires with lots of rocks stuck in the treads, extra cladding around the wheels. You've got Pro-4X badging. You've got this vibrant orange paint. Because this is a Pro-4X, you've got the orange, and they don't call it orange. I feel like they call it red badging on the back, the front, on the steering wheel. There's mud on the door handle. All right, these pants are just going to get muddy. On the interior, you've got, again, the orange stitching, the Pro-4X badging, some really athletic seats, some sporty seats. You've got the badging here. You've got the orange on the gauge cluster. You've got a really large infotainment screen. And yeah, I'm really not going to be spending a lot of time doing this walk around because of the rain today. But I do want to say I really like the interior of the Frontier Pro-4X. I like, the different accents and stitching. I think they've done a really nice job with the look of this vehicle. The cameras need a little help. All right, before I get behind the wheel of ZR2, since I'm already wet and miserable, I just figured I'd do a quick walk around here. And I mean, you do have the Nissan Frontier Pro-4X in the background, and I'm going to tell you right now, the Colorado ZR2 already looks a little bit beefier. You've got bigger wheels, well, maybe not bigger wheels, but bigger tires, and you've certainly got some bigger treads going on. I don't see as many rocks stuck in there. But again, cladding around the wheels. You have a rock rail, not a running board. You've got the full-size spare tire here in the back. You've got, and this is the ZR2 Bison AEV. So this is like really souped up for off-road. When you come inside, again, muddy handles. I'm going to say the accents are nice, but I like the vibrancy of the accents on the Frontier. I think maybe a little bit better, but this is more off-road oriented. It has like a muddy brown. And I don't know if this is leather or leatherette. Not looking at the Monroney, but it's well accented. You've got the camo around there. I don't know. What do you like better? Do you like the interior and exterior of the Frontier or the Colorado better? I like the exterior of the Colorado. I think I like the interior of the Frontier. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how I get in here without getting completely disastrously muddy, but here we go. All right. Yep. We are now going out in the Colorado ZR2. Okay, that didn't take that turn as well as the Frontier did. Weird. But I do want to adjust my mirrors back down again. And I will say there is, when you put it in off-road mode, it does pop up some cameras, but they are currently pretty much covered in mud. And it shows you your front view as well as kind of an around view. So the rear mirrors, like the mirrors pointed at my rear tires, are really helpful here. And I can tell these tires already feel a lot better than the Frontier, and I can feel the ground clearance. Like this feels higher and a little bit more comfortable already than the Frontier did. Even though this is definitely a little bit wider. So all of these spotters that you are seeing out on the course today, I do want to give out a shout out to the Jeep Jamboree guys, because they have essentially built this course, maintained it for Road America, and then Road America takes advantage of it all year long. But they come out once a year, they fix it, they build it, they you know, test it, and then they spot us through it. And they are a great sponsor and a great partner for this portion of the spring rally. I will say I'm definitely feeling the mud a little bit less in this vehicle. It's still really slippy out here. Woo, as I slide sideways.
Yeah.
Thank you. It is slippy.
It is. It's getting slicker by the car.
Oh yeah, these tires are great though.
Yeah, no, Colorado Bison are cool rigs.
Yeah. If I'm gonna be stuck in the mud today, it's gonna be this one. No, I mean not stuck in the mud, but if I'm gonna be out playing in the mud.
Gotcha.
Yeah. This vehicle is so wide. And the mud is literally covering my cameras, so even though they're very clear, they're not a lot of help. I would love to know if there's a camera washer here. Yeah, this first portion of the course is very rocky, very slow, very twisty turny. And while in some ways I thought the Frontier was a little bit more maneuverable, I mean, the tires on this ZR2 are way better. I had several skid plate moments in the Frontier while we were driving this portion here, and I haven't had any so far in the Bison. So not looking at the specs, but I would venture a guess that the ground clearance is just a little bit better here. Bison AED. And I guess I should point out we are in 4 low and we are in off-road mode. I haven't already done that. Coming out of the slow rocky bits into the muddier muddy bits. Awesome. I'm like, all of the cameras are all muddy on this, so I'm like, I can see out the front, but I can't see any of the side view. And I'm like, try not to fall off the hill.
Yes, that's my biggest worry out here, because this is not very wide.
No, it is not. And I feel like this is a little bit wider than the Frontier was, so I'm just like, it'll be fine.
It's big.
Yeah.
Now that Ram, wait till you drive that.
So that is like my favorite vehicle ever.
Yes. Awesome.
Yeah. I've jumped it.
Shh, nothing happened.
Thank you. I feel like this truck could go over these all day long.
Yeah, how do you like this one?
I like it.
Each year one catches my eye. This thing's awesome.
Yeah, the tires are great. The you know, the ground clearance.
Yeah.
It's very comfortable.
Good looking too.
The suspension is good too.
Yeah. Oh, it's just watching you come over, it just looks like it feels good in there.
It does.
Yeah.
Better than the Frontier.
Yeah, a little different. Huh?
Yeah.
This is the AEV package, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This is nice.
Yeah. All right. See you on your next lap.
Cool. Yep. And you know there's gonna be one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this just feels so much more comfortable over those rocks. I mean, the Frontier did a great job. Let's be clear. The Frontier did a great job. This is just better. Now, coming up over hills like this, that's where the front cameras are really helpful to make sure that you don't go out of line and over the side. Blue course. These are supposed to be moguls. Yes, they're moguls. Testing the articulation. Swimming. This is that tight turn. Okay, remember when I was talking about how the ZR2 didn't make that tight turn before? That was it, and I just made it. So it was a user error. All right, so this one or that one, I have to tell you, they were both really fun in the mud, but in my mind, there's actually a clear winner, and yeah, it's that one. They're both great. Let's be clear, they are both great, but the packaging and the tires on the Chevy Colorado ZR2 Bison, chef's kiss. So that's what I have for you at the Midwest Automotive Media Association Spring Rally, MAMA for short, in the Nissan Frontier PRO-4X and the Chevy Colorado ZR2 AEV Bison. Which one would you choose? And I will see you down the road.